Where do we even start from here? First of all, thank you so much for sharing your opinions and coming with all kinds of solutions and such. I have had a few days to kind of really come to terms with what I actually think about the upcoming changes, about the Trailblazer beta, and honestly, most of it is actually positive. But there is one thing that really, really worries me, and I'll get to that. But first of all, I do actually think the True Horn Buffaloes looks quite amazing. I do think there might be some issues with the diamonds females from level 6 and such, and mythical scoring diamonds, but that's probably just fine-tuning of the scoring system. I like what they're doing with the weapon classes and the animal classes, but I don't like that they're basically making us have a one loadout for everything, which is gonna be the 22, the Solikin, and the 300. If you run with that, you can take down any animal in the game, don't have to worry about anything, can penetrate to lungs with all of the weapons, and it's just gonna be easy peasy from there. However, there could be a solution for that, and this is what I want to do with this video. I want to come with things that could change what I see as problems for the better. I have had some really good streams on my Twitch, and a lot of great people have been chiming in with their ideas and such. And one of them is a guy named Boy. He came up with the idea of actually having kind of different skins that you could unlock with using the different weapons. That way you could actually get people to use, let's say, the 30-30. If they wanted to have a cooler looking weapon, you could also do something different. You could actually have other plaques to hang them on in the lodge. You could have small trophies showing that you've shot this many, you've killed 250 animals with the 30-30, you've killed 500 animals with the 30-30 and such, and display that in the lodge. And that way you could have an incentive to kind of use some of the other weapons as well, because the one loadout that everybody probably is going to be rocking with is pretty much going to be the Solikin and the 300. And I actually think that's a really, really cool idea. I really like that. If there was some reason to bring out any other weapons, yes, I would be all for that. But the Solikin ranges from level 2 animals up to level 6 or category 6 animals. So basically you can shoot red fox up to red deer and puma and mule deer, and you're having no issues taking them down. And this brings me to one of the things that is really, really, really bugging me. And honestly, I think it might be game breaking for me. Let's say that was a diamond. With one of the changes that has gotten into the Hunter Call of the Wild, the safest shot for me to take would be prone down, or well, crouch down, and aim there. Why? Because if you do get an intestine shot on pretty much any animal in the game, you are guaranteed it's gonna go down. Would you ever do that in real life? I don't think a lot of people would go for that now. And that is probably my biggest issue. You basically cannot mess up your diamonds anymore. You cannot mess your shots up. The only way you can mess them up now is if you shoot them with the wrong gun. Or you use a small caliber on, let's say, maybe you're using the... I'd say 30-30 maybe on the red deer. I'm not sure, I haven't tested that. I'm not sure if that's actually even ethical, but if you use that and you go and do 2 flesh wounds, I'm not sure it will die. But most animal does die to 2 flesh wounds of the recommended weapons that you're using for those animals. And I think that is wrong. There is basically no way you as the shooter can have any impact on what kind of stuff is gonna happen. I get it that the animal's antlers does not shrink in real life, but I don't think there is much fun playing games if you can't lose. And now you guys are gonna be saying like, well, Zaggy, shot placement doesn't matter that much in Classic either. No, but in Classic, the animals are not as predictable. You're not going to be able to just go to the lake at 10 in the morning and expect all of these animals to be drinking there, and if you mess them up, well, you just wait 5 minutes and they will be back if you ended up spooking them. The reason it works in Classic is because there is so far less trophy animals. There is so far less animals in general, it seems, as well, and they are so unpredictable. Their animal behavior is so much better than we have here in Call of the Wild. So it's actually really rewarding to find that big buck. You can go days without finding anything, even if you're playing pretty much every single day. You're not going to be guaranteed to find a leaderboard buck. You're not going to be guaranteed to find a rare or a non-typical. But look at this. And why is it the safest shot to take now? Because of these. Intact trophy organ. Trophy organ is the skull. If you take a shot like that, you don't run the risk of it accidentally turning towards where you're shooting. So you might end up accidentally hitting it in the face, which actually does make the intestine shots very, very viable. And I feel this is a very, very, very bad step. First of all, I don't like that there is... Honestly, as I said, I like to lose. I like to lose once in a while. And I know that if I keep improving, I'm gonna get better, and the chances of me messing stuff up is gonna be way smaller. But there's just not really gonna be any rush anymore for me. There's not gonna be any, yeah, this is actually exciting going out here, because if I see a diamond, I even said this on my Twitch stream, if I mess up a diamond in the game with these changes, if these are gonna be the final changes, I'm gonna gift out 10 subs on my Twitch stream. That's $50. Because I'm that certain it's gonna be impossible to pretty much mess them up. If you just take your time, shoot them broadside, they're gonna go down. There's not gonna be much to it. And then you all might be yeah, but we want more realism into the game. Yes, but keep in mind it's still a game. The reason it works in Classic is because there are so few of the big animals and they have competitions. There is somebody to compete against. In Call of the Wild, you are basically only competing against yourself. In Classic, you have the competitions you can sign up to every second day. There's gonna be a new one for a species, and you can compete in those and be very determined that you're gonna go out and try to find the biggest one of those animals. We don't have that in Call of the Wild. The only thing you're gonna be looking for, as long as there is no global leaderboards, as long as there is no competitions like in Classic, which could be a thing as well. I mean, I would be doing it if we had a place in our lodge where we could put trophies for one competitions. Let's say you win biggest water buffalo of the month. Well, you get a nice little trophy. It doesn't have to be anything special. It's just got to be something that somebody else doesn't have. I know it's going to be a lot with RNG, and I'm very happy that they have removed the max, so it's not going to be a 1,000 scoring animal anymore. I did say that I want the diamonds and such to go away as well, but I don't want to touch into that in this video. Go and watch the other one if you want to have my take on that one. But honestly, the one thing that's going to really kill it for me now is that there is no reason to actually place your yachts properly. Actually even turned aggressive. I'm not sure. I don't think I hit the second one, so we should have another shot in this one. But I'm pretty sure if we can manage to just get another broadside shot here, that's even going down. It's gonna die. I'll see if I can dance with this one and just prove my point. It's gonna die of this at some point. And I think it's the wrong thing to do. How realistic do you want the game to be? Oh, we're gonna get run over by mythical. That's actually fleeing. Might actually see if we can get a shot into that as well, just to prove my point, because that could potentially be a diamond here on the beta. It should be turning around in just a moment. Let's just make sure we're not getting hit by that. But it's stuff like this. I don't need to wait. I basically just need to hit it. Look at that. It's going down. And that one died to an intestine shot. I'm pretty sure I hit intestine on this one. I did. Yeah, if you're not hunting a buffalo, you're not even gonna have to worry about them charging you. But look at this. Full score, full trophy. I would love a shot placement check mark. So you would actually have to consider where you're gonna be shooting the animals. If you just added a fourth check mark right here called shot placement, well, basically you hit a vital organ. I think that could pretty much bring it back, because I do agree, you don't have to get 100% quick kill on the animals. If you do a proper shot, you might do a long shot and the animal might run 200-300 meters, but it's the proper thing to do, and I think that's where we need to be heading with this kind of stuff. It's not gonna be too much about it needs to die within a certain time frame. It's more about actually getting to a point where, yeah, bring in some of the realism into the game, but please keep in mind that it's a game as well, because if you are going to come with me that you want it to be as realistic as possible, do you want us to just have seasons? Gonna have 9 months of the year where you're not gonna be able to shoot anything, where you can just go around, and then when we finally get to hunting season, you're gonna have 2 tags that you can fill, and then you're gonna wait a year until you can come play again? I don't think any of us wants that. I think it has to be a really, really good balance between the two things. And honestly, the shot placement bonus would definitely change that for me. That there is still gonna be room for you to actually mess up your trophies. And if you then mess up a trophy, have it be, well, you can still display it in the lodge, but then have a little tag besides it when you're doing inspection mode called disqualified or messed up or anything like that. Still you get the proper trophy and all that, but you just, yeah, you were actually a bad hunter on this one. And I kind of like if that could get displayed. Look at that. Left single long shot on a diamond level 8 mythical. But I'd love to hear what you think about it, guys, and I really do appreciate all your thoughts and everything. This is a one take thing. I'm not even gonna be editing very much, so this is like my legit thoughts right now, and I'm sure I've missed more, and I'm probably gonna do like a total wrap up video at some point. But yes, if this goes live, it's gonna be pretty much, I think it's gonna be game over for a lot of people. Because I know that there's a lot of people who really like that adrenaline rush, that they need to actually make the perfect shot, that they need to take their time and not just shoot what they see in the rear, because that's where we're heading right now, and I do not like it. I hope we can have another very nice discussion in the comment section here, and I'm sorry it took this long, and I'm sorry that all this just rambling, but this is huge, guys, and I wanted it to be as real as possible. So this is my thoughts about it, and please join me on my Twitch stream. I'm gonna go live in basically 3 hours. Twitch.tv/ZaggiDK. We're gonna continue this discussion over there. We're gonna be hunting more of the water buffaloes and talking about the scoring system 2.0. Thank you so very much for watching.